This video is probably going to sound a little off the walls and a tad bit crazy, or maybe a lot, but bear with me. Alright guys, so I did a live stream on the mind reading technology or mind altering technology that's coming out by Apple, right? So Apple put in a patent or a bunch of patents to obviously come out with new product that's going to be released probably in the next year or so, maybe down the line, or further down the line, excuse me. But the technology is real, and if you look up the patent numbers, you're going to see patenting technology that involves reading your mind, or rather scanning your brainwaves, scanning your brainwaves and altering your thoughts, and just basically listening to what you are thinking. Now, I seem to think, and a few people might agree, that there's some kind of technology already out there in our phones, because as of recent, there has been weird things going on in the internet when people have been telling me, and I've even witnessed it myself, where I thought of a movie from the 80s, or I happened to think of a product, and I never said it out loud, and there it is on my phone. All right. So this technology that does exist, at least in the headphones form, is now coming out, is now being patented, and the craziness about it is that it's the ultimate danger that these companies are looking to gain over us, which is obviously mind control. Now, there is a lot of form of mind control out there now. Obviously, subliminal messaging was the first and foremost. They also had a study done back in, I think it was World War II, where they used infrared technology to control people's minds. So anyway, and then there's psychedelic drugs and all that other nonsense that they've been using to see how they can control the masses. And with us, it was more subliminal messaging and or by way of giving us arenas to enjoy, and the battles or the concerts that were in those arenas. Meanwhile, they did X, Y, and Z on the outside, keeping us at bay or keeping us distracted, right? So there's all kinds of forms of mind control, right? It doesn't have to always be technology. It could be something as simple as distractions. Anyway, and false media, which we've been seeing for the last few years, if not, I'm going to say 40, 50 years, we've been seeing a lot of stuff. But in recent years, we've been seeing a lot of propaganda telling people, for example, Trump is bad, the armed ticket is great for you, take it. All of these things have been controlling the masses. Now, we are a small group of people, or fringe group of people, that will always be known as the psychopaths, crazies, and all that other shit. So be it. I'll take that label with a badge of honor at this point, being that we're watching a lot of mind controlling things go on. All right. The technology that Google put in the patent for, there was, if I'm not mistaken, either 4 or 5. You can watch the live stream here, and it'll tell you, I'll tell you in that live stream what the technology exactly was. But one of them, which is the more important one, is altering your thoughts. The reason why I'm discussing this on here and not the Angry Truth is because the altering your thoughts is pretty much how you can have people do whatever you want without ever batting an eyelash. The problem with that is a lot of people are not going to, their brains are not going to cope with this technology. And it, in turn, can cause a lot of psychotic breaks. And we're seeing a ton of psychotic breaks right now as we speak. We're seeing a ton of it. They want more people to be controlled because they want to control, the corporations want to control the people on how they vote. I think that's the ultimate plan, because they're not going to get us guys on board with a lot of the nonsense. They just can't. And they can't keep propagandizing us with their nonsense. So they have to go a more aggressive approach, and that is it. Now, when the people start breaking down or having psychosis, they're just going to sit there and blame some nonsense. The masses is not paying attention to what's happening to the people right now that are currently passing away in droves. There are so many people, guys, that every day I look at the news and there's some celebrity or a guy that was in a movie 40 years ago and it's just every day. And every day for the last 2 weeks, I've seen nothing but young people in their 30s. The older people, they're like in their 60s and 70s. It could be old age. And that's where I leave that. But the younger people, that's what I'm paying attention to. And there's a lot of young people, famous people, people that we might not know, but apparently they were known in that field, passing away left and right. And the masses is not paying attention to it. We are. And we're looking at this as a red flag. You have doctors who are looking at this now as a red flag. Certain doctors are calling for epidemic and suicide. But they don't want to go there right now because they're like, wait a second, if we do that, then we have to admit it was the arm ticket. I personally believe it was that. I've never seen the increase in people offering themselves like I have in the last couple of years, including my current situation. So it's just out of control. And then we're having people just sick. And the masses, again, are not paying attention to the amount of people that are coming down with Mr. C, cancers. This is a more subtle way, if you will, to controlling a person's thought process. Imagine the technology is to scan your thought processes, say, we don't like this, and alter it, putting it back into your brain as another thought process. So if you were sitting there going, for example, Trump's a great president, it will read your mind, say, no, he's not a good man, and turn it around, and the next thing you know, you are slowly but surely going to start turning against Trump and why you like him. Now, I don't think this brain reading stuff is going to be quick. I can't see them altering your brain like that, and then, I think it's going to be a gradual information being put into your brain over a course of time. I don't know what that time might be. But if they do night and day kind of switch, people are going to go crazy and going to have psychotic breaks. This is how you can end the world, but this is also how you can get people on your side. The highest paid bidder is going to bid for their votes by way of transmitting their ideology into people's brains, sort of like Inception, and then having them vote that on paper. So now people can say, the votes are here. These are what the votes look like. The people have spoken. They really didn't speak. They were getting spoken to by technology that had them vote for the person because it was put in their brains. Now, again, guys, this technology, it's looking to alter your brain. It's looking to alter your thought process and giving you the desired, as it puts, the desired result that they want. So keep in mind, this is right now in Apple, if I'm not mistaken. I also read somewhere Google is doing the same thing with a similar type of technology and patenting it as well. Now, you look this up, it's actually on Google, and they have the whole thing written out for you. You can actually print up the PDF files on this. I suspect that the more people that are hip to this is going to either A, disappear, or somebody's going to come out and say this is a lie. This isn't a lie. They've been working on brain controlling technology forever. And the Germans were big on trying to solve that problem during World War II. And they never got around to it. Here we are, 2025. It looks like they made it. And so now, guys, these things are coming in the form of headphones. If I'm not mistaken, they're AirPods as of right now. I could see them using the AirPod Max, the big ones. I could see them doing that. But right now, they're in the new generation AirPods that might be coming out with either next year or the year after next or later this year. But any new upgrade in the AirPods that are coming out, I would suggest you do not get them. You go back to the old-fashioned cord into the phone. Now, I know they're trying to get rid of that because everything's wireless, but you can still find headphones that will fit your phone that actually has a cord. And then you might not have to worry about it. But as of right now, it's AirPods. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.